chop like 5 Indomie.
Mm, all right, all right, all right. So I think the recording has started. Yeah, I think. Yeah. So,
Ever.
Victor,
Now you want to do big boy now. Ever
back.
so. Um,
Sorry, please, guys. Like, let's just try to be conscious of it. Yes. Thank you to everyone who is messaging to say I'm able to see your status. Please send me. Makes it a lot easier. Thank you so much. All right. So, let's have Victor do like a short run intro, so we know like we have like a general idea, and yeah, we can then ask our questions. So I think Victor, you can start. Anybody that joins after, I'll just.
All right, let me just post up the link to my status. The new link. Yeah. Um, okay, guys, how we doing?
All right, we're great.
Okay.
We're great. We're great. We're great.
Yes. So let's welcome to my little talk on crypto, Web3, Metaverse, the buzz of 2021. So um, I'll start by saying that trying to make a distinction between what we call Web3, the Metaverse, and cryptocurrencies. I think people confuse them because they are often held around each other, but people don't really know the difference. So Web3, the Metaverse, they are the same thing. They are the same thing. So let me just take us down the memory lane so that I will explain how they are the same thing. So there was Web 1, there was Web 2, and there was Web 3. Web 1 was when we communicated on the internet via just text. Do you get the nature of information that was nearest to the nature of code? Do you get? So it was just via text. If you went on the internet back then when it was early, all you would see online were just text. You understand? So pictures, videos, those things were not there yet. All right. So Web 2 was the era of multimedia. We went ahead of just text and we entered into the era of multimedia, photos, videos, social media, um, like content sharing on social media by normal people. So people didn't have to build a website to be able to post stuff online. All right. So these were the characteristics of Web 2, starting around the late 1990s. That was Web 2 was what really led to the Web 2 was kind of synonym, or let's say, it was one of the things that was part of the tech boom of the 2000s. All right. So what is Web 3? Web 3 is just the next step. So like I said, Web 1 was just text. Web 2 was multimedia and social media. Now Web 3. Now let me let's make a kind of distinction. So Web 1 engaged only our site. All right. So we just went on. In fact, it wasn't really engaging our site so much because we were just reading text. So we're not seeing pictures, we're not seeing videos, we're not hearing anything. All right. So Web 2, we started hearing stuff, we started seeing stuff, we started seeing visuals, we started hearing stuff. All right. So we started engaging our sense of hearing and our sense of sight. Now Web 3 is going to try to engage more parts of our senses. All right, it's going to try to engage our sense of touch and our sense of position in space. All right, in biology it's called the vestibular system. So basically, your sense of touch, you're going to be able to now be inside a digital world. Since we've just been engaging with this digital world,
what is that picture?
Did anybody ask a question?
So go on, background noise from someone.
Okay. All right. So like I said, Web 3 is just engaging more of our senses, sense of touch and sense of position in space. So for sense of position in space, that just means that we'll now be able to be inside the digital universe. Since we've been interacting with that digital universe through our phone, but now we are going to be able to be inside it. All right, using wearables. All right, so that's basically what Web 3 is about. So it has nothing to do with crypto, but crypto is going to enable it, and I'm going to tell you how. Now, let's now go to crypto. What is crypto? What is blockchain? What are NFTs? Now, the thing with digital world, all these things are happening. All these things that you're seeing is just us trying to make our digital experiences more like our physical experiences. All right. So this now is a biscuit. All right. So in the physical world, this is a biscuit. This is only a biscuit. All right. So this is the only biscuit of this kind. Like this biscuit is the only one that can exist in the entire universe right now. That's where our physical world is. Everything is unique on its own. Do you get? Everything kind of has its own signature. Everything occupies its own space. Do you get? So that's the way our physical world is. So now, for our digital world, if you see a biscuit in the digital world right now, probably you see maybe there's a game, and in that game, there's a biscuit inside. That biscuit is not a real biscuit. It's just code. All right. So it's, at the basic level, it's just codes that are being rendered to look visually like biscuits. Do you get? So, and that code is just text, and text can easily be copied and pasted. So that is the issue with our digital world. The fact that the digital objects are basically just codes, they are not actual matter. Do you understand? So that's the problem with the digital world. So to solve this problem now, this copy and paste problem now, to be able to have a currency in this digital universe, because if you want to have money in this digital universe as well, the money is going to have the same problem. The fact that someone can easily copy and paste that money and make himself rich. Do you get? Do you get? So that's the issue. So to solve this problem now, this computer scientists decided that, okay, let us create a system of accounting. Let us create a system of accounting where each of these digital objects that exists, they are assigned to an owner. Do you get? And this record of assignment is so tamper-proof, nobody can tamper with it. It's not stored by one person, it's stored by different people called nodes, in such a way that if, let's just say that this record now be kept in 100 computers, in such a way that even if one computer decides that they want to copy and paste that object and create a new one, all the other computers will notice that, hey, something is wrong here. So this thing has been tampered with. There are now two of these, and all of them will update directly immediately. So that's how decentralization works. And this technology I've just described is called blockchain. So that's the essence of the blockchain. The blockchain is just an accounting system for the digital universe, whether it's the Metaverse, whether it's the normal internet that we use. It's just a system of accounting for a digital system. That's basically what blockchain is. Do you get? So now with this system of accounting, we can now create currencies and say, okay, this particular currency is going to have a total supply of 21 million, and nobody can tamper with it, because if anyone wants to tamper with it, all the other miners or nodes in that network will notice it and correct that chain immediately.
Sorry, Victor.
Do you get? Yeah.
To chip in there and give it like maybe a variant analogy. So in case this one might just sit or might just be one people might remember, or they have two things to take home there. It's like, so you're making a transaction with your ATM, right? And you want to buy the biscuits, right? Now that biscuits costs, let's just imagine that it costs a huge figure, 10,000 naira, right? And your bank account, you only have 9,000. You put your ATM card in the POS of the person selling the biscuit, and then you try to purchase at 10,000. The bank is going to check your record in real time, right? So as you're pressing your PIN, they are checking your account. Does this guy have 10,000 naira to buy these biscuits, right? So if you don't have 10,000 naira, it's going to decline, right? And then you cannot buy that biscuit. But if you have 10,000 naira, then the bank would give a go ahead and your ATM card works, you buy that biscuit, right? So online, what you're saying now in Web3 is, so instead of people to, because it's digital, start copying and pasting money that they don't even have and making transactions, buying biscuits of 10,000 naira they don't have. So now there's no bank. The bank is everybody. So the same way you try to make a purchase in real life, the bank has to confirm you have that money. So when it comes to the blockchain means you're trying to make a purchase and everybody that owns that currency, out of, like you said, if your currency is just 21 million of it, right? Let's say in Naira or Bitcoin is just 21 million. Everybody, every owner of a piece of that 21 million has to confirm in real time that you have that money, that 10,000, whatever it's, even Naira or Bitcoin, to make that purchase. You don't have it, it declines, right? So that's like the blockchain technology. It's just an accounting system. Pretty. So people don't place themselves to become the next down there and stuff like that.
Exactly. So that's basically it. So now with this accounting system, now we cannot have currency.
Okay.
Now another thing that this accounting system allows us to do now is to create, apart from currency, we cannot make digital objects that are not money unique as well. Do you get? So I can draw something that is, I can draw a digital object and assign and create a contract for that object on the blockchain. So that object will now be in the accounting system. Do you get? So that object will have its own unique contract. So the object is now like, just like in the real world now, if I have a painting, it's only one of that painting that can exist. If you make another one, it's a counterfeit. Do you get? So now in the digital world, if I make a painting, a digital painting, someone could easily just copy and paste that my painting. Do you get? Someone could easily copy and paste that my painting because it's just code. Do you get? And there won't be any difference between his and mine. Do you get? So now, but with this blockchain technology now, just the same way we can now account for currencies, we cannot account for things as well by creating something called a fungible contract for those objects. And that's what NFT is just all about. So the basic difference is fungibility. What does fungibility mean? Fungibility just means that when something is fungible, it means that it may have different members, but all the members are unique and they can pass for themselves. For Bitcoin now, there are 21 million Bitcoin. Each Bitcoin can pass for itself. If I give you one Bitcoin, you can't reject it and tell me that. If I give you, if I send 2 Bitcoin to you. You can't reject it and say, no, I don't want this 2 Bitcoin. I want these other 2 Bitcoins. You can't. They are the same thing. That's what fungibility means. But non-fungible means non-fungible tokens are tokens that they can't pass for each other. They are unique. Do you get? So those kind of contracts, they are assigned to digital objects. So I can assign a non-fungible token to an art, and that non-fungible token only represent that my artwork. Exactly. Someone say just like normal money. Normal money is fungible. You can't go and give someone 10 naira, and the person will tell you that this 10 naira is, I don't like the Nnadi.
I don't like yeah.
Exactly. So that kind of thing.
All of them. However, when it comes to Nnadi Azikiwe, it's just one painting of Nnadi Azikiwe by maybe Picasso, right? Any other one is a counterfeit and is not a painting of Nnadi Azikiwe. That's making it non-fungible.
Exactly. So that's basically what that is. So I hope you understand now that the whole thing of this blockchain is just a system of accounting for a digital universe. So now we can now have objects in a digital universe. Before we couldn't have objects because those objects we couldn't account for them. Someone could just